Hello everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, I'll be making a garlic soup that also has potatoes, leeks, and chives. Let's get in the kitchen and get started. For this recipe, you will need 2 leeks. I have fresh chives, 1 yellow onion, and you'll need a whole bunch of garlic, like 12-15 cloves. I've got 4 russet potatoes. You'll need some heavy cream, some chicken stock or veggie stock, and then a baguette or bread of your choice to make some croutons. And that's everything. This recipe is not only delicious, but it's super easy to put together. It's only a few ingredients. You want to start with your leeks. I'm using the white parts and the green parts, and I'm just going to give them a rough chop like this. Same thing with the yellow onion. We're just going to rough chop it. This was about a medium-sized yellow onion. For the garlic cloves, you can use anywhere from like 12 to 15. I'm using 15. I just peeled them. That's all you have to do. You don't have to smash them or mince them up. The potatoes, this is 4 russet potatoes, and just cut into big chunks like that. And now all of our prep is done. Bring your soup pot or Dutch oven up to a medium-high temperature and add about a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. It looks like a lot of oil, but I want plenty of oil to be able to saute all the veggies without getting color on them. So we want to start with the leeks and the onions, and we're going to saute for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now we can throw in the potatoes and the garlic cloves and saute an additional 2 to 3 minutes. Just toss everything around and make sure everything gets incorporated. At this point, we can add in 4 cups of chicken stock or veggie stock. You could also use 2 cups of a stock and 2 cups of water if you'd like. I'm seasoning the soup with some kosher salt and some cracked black pepper. Just keep in mind the salt content in the stock that you're using so you don't make it too salty. I want to bring up the soup to a high simmer, and then we're going to place on our lid and cook on a high simmer for about 30 to 35 minutes. While the soup is cooking, we can then prepare our croutons. Like I said before, you can use any type of bread that you'd like. You could use leftover bread, you could use sliced bread. I'm using some of my French baguette because that's what I had. I'm going to just cut into pieces. As you can see later on in the video, I cut the pieces a little too big. This is usually how I make my salad croutons, but I should have made them a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Still turned out great. But unlike my salad croutons, I'm only seasoning with some extra virgin olive oil and some salt. We're gonna toss that around and then put that in the oven, 375 for about 10 minutes. And as you can see, I made quite a bit of extra croutons, so you can never have too many croutons. I can use this on my salads this week. After 30 minutes, our soup smells so good. It's ready to be blended. What we want to do is pour out the contents over a colander that's over a bowl. That way we can separate the solids from the liquids. Now, I do have an immersion blender, and I could have just blitzed this all together in the pot without separating the solids from the liquids, but I chose to use the food processor to show everyone that you can do it this way, because I'd say most people have food processors, most people don't have immersion blenders. So what I did was I used about half the solids in the food processor with some of the liquid until you get it to the consistency you want. Repeat that same step with the rest of your solids and some of your liquids. And then you can place back into the soup any of the remaining stock. Mix that around. Now I'm adding about a half a cup of heavy cream. This is going to add some nice richness, a depth of flavor, as well as give the soup a nice texture. I like it when it's velvety and kind of airy, frothy like this. If you want it to be more soupy, just add water in increments of about a half a cup until you get it thinned out to how you want it to be. But this is how I like it. I placed some croutons in the bowl and just ladle over that delicious soup. A few more croutons on top. And I'm snipping some fresh chives. You could also use parsley. You could use chervil, whatever you like. And this is our garlic soup. I hope you guys give this a try. Please consider subscribing, leave us a like, and we'll see you on the next video.